All right, gentlemen and ladies and gentlemen out there in YouTube land, Google land, the internet. This is your DM tonight, Charlie Cole, and we're playing in this adventure for in defense of Illumina under the subgroup of the Unnamed Adventurers Guild. Hopefully, it'll be something worth your time and effort here. At this juncture, though, I'm going to take a little bit of time to say thank you to some individuals that have been very helpful for both these events, as far as the In Defense of Illumina and the Unnamed Adventurers Guild. And right there, and let's see here. Let's get back here, do this. And right there will be these fine people here, and Pincus happens to be a guild master for the Unnamed Adventurers Guild there, but the ones we want to thank is Chris Wilhelm from Drop Dice, Ian Christian from Fantastic Dimensions, and the total, not just Lee, but the total group out of the Table One Shop group. That's where just about everybody that's here that's playing tonight has come from. It's where we've made a link up, and they have so many different game venues for whatever your taste is. Please give them a view. I would be highly surprised if you don't find a group or a game of people or a game event that you couldn't feel comfortable and have a good time with. With that, I'll drop this down and stop sharing that, and we'll go over to our players tonight, our welcome sacrifices for the evening, and we'll go from my left, and we'll have them introduce themselves and what generally their character is and going to be playing, and it's Josh to my left.
Hey guys, I'm Josh from RDD20. Tonight I will be playing a warlock known as Alistair. He is a very melee-centric warlock. Should be fun to play. Looking forward to playing one of Charles' games again. If I have before, I'm not actually sure. Anyway, kick it over to the next person.
All right, from there it's Kevin.
Hello everyone. I will be playing Taishi. He is a human monk. And he's more so a ninja, but he's kind of posing as a monk. That's kind of how I conceptualize this character. He looks fairly normal in appearance for a monk anyway. He's basically got a shaved head, wears simple robes, and that's really all that people can see from the outside. He hides things in his robes, obviously. But that's the general gist of the character.
All right, thank you. And Lloyd, are you ready, or we'll jump?
I'm ready enough to say who I'm playing. I know that much.
Okay.
I'll be playing Corm Omaha, who is a half elf from the Southern Lands. He works mostly as a hunter and a tracker, and is happy to help out the guild whenever they need things because he owes them one.
All right, thank you. And we'll go over to Wim.
I am playing a old divination wizard. I'm quite forgetful. I need to write stuff down, and the moment I write it down, I have memorized it, but before that, it might just slip my mind as a matter of course. I'm out for vengeance because there were people that at a certain point killed the set the cloister on fire where I worked as a librarian, and since then I've become a wizard.
All right. And
oh, by the way, I use a cane for walking, so my speed is not up to par with most of you.
Okay. And for our viewers, here we go. I'm going to give them a look of the lay of the land. We, the guild is out of Camisna here, and we have a job that will be going on. And just to give the geographic layout for everyone, I know I showed it to some of the players earlier. I don't believe Kevin was there, so this is also a feeder to them and to the rest of the viewing community. And I'll drop that right there as far as that. And all of you have been asked to come see the grandfather because he has a special mission and task that he needs to talk to you about and explain what the objectives and guidelines are going to be, because you're going to be in another family's area of working.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to possibly will involve some of that family as far as interacting with him and like that. So he's going to want to explain the situations on out. He's calling for you on in. You're all in the basement of this one Ghost House in Camisna, and where he is awaiting you. You have a couple of senior level guild members that are there waiting to be told to bring you, allow you to come on in. Here's where all of you guys will be meeting each other for the first initial time, and I'll allow you guys to go ahead and role play that on out.
All right. Because I'm a ranger and that's how com works, I'd like to get there just like maybe a little bit earlier than everyone else, maybe 30 minutes or so, if I can. Where is this place we're going to?
As far as, what do you mean? Where is this place?
I
Are you
mean,
talking about the inn, or are you talking about the final destination?
No, I mean the place we're all meeting up for the first time.
Okay.
I mean what does it look like?
It looks like a standard tavern / inn upstairs. It's known as the Faded Rose by name outside of it. And the guild leadership has their offices and control points down in this basement that's somewhat guarded fairly well, and that's where you'll be. It's not overly light, but it's not dark down there. There's torch sconces that are lighting up the area. You have some benches along the one wall if you want to sit. There's a set of double heavy oaken doors with a couple strange symbols on them, and there you have it.
All right. If there's a balcony of some kind, I'd like to get in early, grab a drink, wink at anyone who's watching, and get to a nice high point where I can watch other people come in. If there's one.
There's no balcony for the day crowd to take advantage of. If you want to go ahead and rent a room upstairs, there may be a one that has a balcony attached to it. But other than that, it's you have a fairly busy day crowd in there. There's about a dozen different individuals down in the tavern right now having what appears to be a lunch.
Ooh.
Where you have a few drinks and a light meal sort of going on in there. You have a big burly bartender that would look, and no offense to any of the Slavic countries out there, but the stereotypical Russian or Slavic Boris type individual, which is the barkeep, with a heavy orcish accent.
Excellent. I'll go up to him. I'll stand close to the bar, so I'm the first person everyone sees if they come towards the bar. Wish him up there, and I'll just strike a conversation up with him. Like, just get a drink, nod to him, ask him how he's doing, while waiting for the rest of them to come in.
Okay, and he'll just go ahead and he'll ask you what are you drinking, what do you want. We're busy. I don't have a whole lot of time to dally with the likes of you. He's somewhat gruff. He has that heavy
Not
accent.
even if I'm going to tip well?
Even if you tip well. And make me a Constitution save.
Uh-oh. That was fast. I just started the game. Okay, let's see. Constitution. How does this thing work? Oh, 19. I'm fine.
All right, you break. You pass it, no problem. And what it is he has a real heavy smell upon his breath.
Yeah.
That you had to fight back some urges of being rather rude or crude and wafting away and possibly being a little bit nauseous. You know, someone with a bad case of gingivitis and halitosis all rolled up into one and ate
Lovely.
some ceviche on top of it.
All right. I will try and avoid breathing his air as much, and I'll just sit there and wait to see who else comes in.
Okay. It's up to you guys. You have the scenarios.
At this point, Taishi would probably walk in, and he would approach the guard at the basement and ask to enter.
The guard that's at the basement door. There again, a huge individual. There is no mistaking that this is a Goliath, and he's going to ask you, where do you think you're going, little man?
I'm with the guild. I have business downstairs with the Grandmaster.
Grandmaster? Are you sure you're from the guild? We know no Grandmaster.
Oh, my apologies. The Godfather, isn't it not?
Godfather? No, we know no Godfather unless there's down at the end of the Square of Gods or so that one of the clerics have did a christening lately.
Huh. Perhaps I've mistaken. At that point, Taishi would just walk to the bar and pull up a stool.
I'll wave.
Taishi would give a light nod.
Okay. And you'll have the bartender come up and say,
as he's coming up, I'll be like, don't breathe.
He'll say, what do you want to drink?
Give me the strongest thing you have.
And he roll me a Constitution save. He'll breathe on you.
Oh, that's a failed Constitution save. Yeah, that was a 7.
A 7? You feel, and for the rest of you guys in the crowd out there, it's just a standard D10 a save. You feel a little nauseous in your stomach and through your nostrils. They're just real hard to get a good breath in around that.
Taishi would pull away from the bar somewhat just to avoid it.
Okay. And he'll say, what do you want? And as he leans on over there to try to talk to you.
Taishi would lean back a bit, but just go, any beer will do, anything.
All right, he'll bring you a cheap ale, real cheap ale, just made probably about 3 days ago, and he'll say that'd be 3 silver.
Taishi would reach into his robes and give him 3 silver.
All right. And the Wim or Josh.
I am gonna enter.
Okay.
Just settling up to the door and working my way in.
Okay.
Is Bouncer gonna stop me?
Are you going to the cellar door where the Goliath is?
I don't know. What's the normal entrance?
That would be the normal entrance.
Yeah.
And he'll stop you and ask, where are you going, little man?
Little man. And I rap him on his, probably shoulder with my cane. A little bit more respect for your elder, young man. Step aside.
No, I can't do that. That's not my charge. Where are you going? Who sent you? Who are you seeing?
The grandfather. You know, we've been old school friends. And
He'll step
my wispy beard and he said, "Step aside."
He'll step aside and he'll open the door for you and let you go.
Good. And I scuttle inside. Just using my cane.
All right.
Not leaning on it too heavy and just walking inside.
All right. And you go down. You'll have some stairs to go down, but they're going to be plenty wide enough, and there's not that much of an angle to cause you a problem with the cane and the slow movement.
Right.
All right. Josh.
Yeah, as Alistair walks in, you see you can't really tell what race he is because he's got the hood of his cloak up. You see a 6-foot-tall kind of Leith character with a bit of a goatee, kind of sticking out from the bottom of his hood. He's dressed fairly nicely with soft doeskin leather boots, and he's carrying a very ornate staff. It looks like a normal quarterstaff, except at the end looks like it has been dipped into molten iron and then pulled out, and the iron's been allowed to, kind of move down the staff as it hardened, and the spaces in between the iron where it's, kind of drained down the staff are actually glowing lightly. He's going to walk forward towards the bar. Have I met this bartender before? Do I know his breath is horrible every time I come in there?
High or low?
High. I'll take high.
All right. Yeah, you know him real well. you know him real well. You've had several bouts with him being off duty and rather inebriated, where he sat down at the same table and put his hulking arm over your shoulder and cried in his ale with you. And
yeah, I'm gonna walk towards the bar, and as I do, as he comes over to give me a drink, I immediately hold up my hand to stop him from talking, and I reach out and touch my gloved hand to the side of his face, and my eyes glow red as I cast prestidigitation, making his breath smell like roses.
Okay. You just saved a whole lot of folks some horrible times there. Okay. He'll look at you and he'll say, "Alistair, what are you going to have tonight? You here all night?"
No, unfortunately, I'm only here for a simple glass of wine. I have a previous engagement.
And he'll come up with the glass of wine, and he'll say, "Well, Alistair, I'm not supposed to do this, but since we're good drinking buddies, you give me 3 silver, and I'll pop the other 2 in there to cover the cover."
Thank you. You're a good man. And I'll quickly hand him the 3 silver.
All right. There you have it. At this juncture, continue on, folks.
I'm looking for a place where I can put down my spell book,
Okay.
and that's probably either at the bar or at a table.
You're downstairs in the basement, and there's a bench down there.
Right.
The rest of the group is up there, all bellied up to the bar, and now not minding the bartender's breath as bad. In fact, it smells rather sweet.
Ah.
You'll notice that there's 2 guards, though. If you look at the double heavy oaken door standing there in front of it.
Right. I go find a place. At the bar, I could reach that, right?
The what?
The bar.
Are you going back upstairs?
No. And then
Okay.
I'm gonna sit on the bench and just
Alright.
drop my. Well, what's left of my spell book is just a loose-leafed binder.
Okay.
And every few minutes I pick up a leaf and hold it a few centimeters from my eyes and read what's on there, trying to familiarize myself with the spells again that are in there and just putting them back, just seemingly at random.
Okay. That's fair. The rest of you?
At this point, Taishi would approach the Goliath again, and this time he'd have the word he was looking for. He'd say, "Apologies for my common. It's a bit rusty these days. It is the grandfather that I have business with."
And the Goliath will look down at you and say, "Little man."
Yes.
Yes. About time. And he steps to the side and opens up the door. And you see the stairs leading on down.
Taishi would nod to the Goliath and then head down the stairs.
Do what to the Goliath?
He just gave a little nod.
Oh, okay.
And as Taishi does that, I'm gonna saddle up to Alistair and sort of be like, "Hey, nice work over there."
Anybody who knows that man knows his breath is horrible.
Well, I understand that, but could you know him a little bit better to get cheaper drinks in this place? They're killing me.
It's not that expensive.
Every coin matters in my line of business, if you know what I mean. Name's Colm.
Alistair, pleasure to meet you. If you'll excuse me, I have business.
Oh, sure, after you.
I'm going to go ahead and walk over to the Goliath, look at him. I'm not even going to let him speak. I'm just going to look at him. I have business with the grandfather. Step aside.
And he'll grumble, he'll look at you, and say, "If you were just a few feet taller, it'd be worth it. But go see the grandfather."
I kind of look at him. If you were just a few brain cells smarter, it'd be worth it. And just walk on down.
All right. And he opens up the door, same as outside of the slight exchange. Opens up the door the same way. Shows you the stairway.
Just walk on down.
All right. And you see the other individuals, the bench, the 2 guards in front of the double heavy oak doors there, and there we have it. All right, Lloyd.
So now that I've waited a while, it's just on time. I've seen people go down. I know it's cool because I don't hear screaming or death. I'm going to go up to the edge just before the Goliath. I'm going to lean over and be like, "Oi, mate."
He's going to look at you.
Do you want a drink? I'm buying one before I go in.
And he'll just grunt and say, "No."
You sure? I mean, I might as well get you one. I mean, you're
What
doing
are
a
you
good job.
What's your business over here by the storeroom?
Well, in about a few minutes, I'm going to walk to that door and go see the grandfather. But I just wondered if you wanted something to drink before I did that. I mean, like, you're doing top-notch guard job here.
And he'll, hearing that, he'll step to the side and he'll open up the door to the stairwell and allow you to pass.
All right, so I start going in. As I walk past him, I'm like, you sure you don't want... Okay, I offered. And then I'll go in.
Oh, okay. And you go on down the stairwell and you see the same, the heavy double oak doors, the two guards, the bench that's down there. You see the old or older looking gentleman with the cane that was sitting there and flipping through some papers, and you see the other individuals that you saw at the bar down there.
I'll nod at them all individually, and I'll wink at Alistair and the monk.
In response, Taishi would just raise his hand, just so he knows he's just acknowledging him basically. But then would just return to his original position, where he's just basically meditating on the floor almost.
Okay. All of a sudden, you hear 3 knocks on the other side of the door, and the 2 guards go ahead and open the doors for you and tell you, go on in. The grandfather is ready for you.
Taishi would spring to his feet and head towards the door.
I will follow suit. But as I get to the door, I will stop and look at Alistair and be like, after you.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and walk in.
All right. Okay, we got Lloyd, we got Alistair, we got the monk on in. We just don't have the old man yet.
Yeah, at the moment the door opens, I look up. I look around, like not immediately realizing where I am. And when I see a couple of people walking through, I just close my spell book, pick up my cane, and after 2 tries, I stand and hobble after them.
Okay.
Just assuming that since the door is open, I can go there.
And as you get into the room, you'll notice that there's a large table there in front of you with ample amount of chairs for you all to sit down there. And the grandfather is sitting at the one end of the table, and he'll tell you to come on in, sit on down. I have a job for you guys to accomplish for the Black Roses. It's not that bad, is it? Grandfather would say to the old man.
Allow me to take a seat. And I sit on the nearest flat surface.
Okay, there's not, the chairs that are down there are nice. They're not very ornate, but they're very very comfortable, very strong. As far as that, and he'll start explaining that we had an emissary from Illumina that came down looking for our services. He heard through his means of the great work that our guild has done in this city. And his name is Jarak. And he will be your point of contact for when you're in Illumina. What the objective is that the city council has gotten some strong threats upon their lives from an agency that works that city, a family. I don't believe that it's a personal battle as much as it is, like with us, it's all business. However, we have accepted the job and to go ahead and assist them in that. What we'll need from y'all is to help protect them. And in this is they're going to need some intel. They believe they have a traitor or two, possibly on the council, that has given out information and such. And let me see here. I'm starting to do that. Let me hook up this. And what we'll need for you is you guys will have a flower shop up there to work out of. The city council has provided the storefront for us. We'll have you go up as a small caravan, not to bring additional suspicion. We'll give you a couple crates of pigeons, so you can send messages back to us when needed. But the primary point on this one right now is to get the shop set up, get our intel base working, and to give us the larger picture about what's really going on in the city, and what is it, a real threat or just a standard threat of just some pompous council members just a little bit afraid for their lives and overreacting. How say you all?
While he was talking, I was taking notes on a random leaf of paper, and just so I can memorize it. If there's any comment about that, I'll respond to that whenever.
All right.
Taishi would lean forward and just say, "We will deal with this problem quickly and discreetly, Grandmaster," and he would just give a light bow.
Father.
Grandmaster.
Father.
I whisper.
Okay.
I lean him at him. Same thing, really.
All right. And he'll look over to Alistair.
Sounds simple enough.
Okay. And he'll say, we have the necessary caravan tools with the carts and beast of burden already provided down at the stables. You just go ahead and give them this black rose, and they'll know exactly what to do for you. And the grandfather will hand you a single black rose.
Who? All of us? Each one?
No, just you, the group.
Okay.
If no one goes out to take it, I'll just reach up and grab it. Because if I was just like, I don't know, I'll be like, yeah, I'll take it. And I'll
Yep.
nod at him quietly. Of course, I don't say much during the meeting. I just nod quietly and I take the rose.
Okay, as long as there no one else in the party has issue with that, then
He can have it.
okay.
On my part.
And he'll say he bids you well, and bring honor upon the Black Rose.
And I nod my head, kind of like I'm falling asleep, but just popping right back up and kind of standing up out of my chair, getting hold of the table and pulling myself up and shuffling to the door.
Okay.
Yeah, good. Exit.
I will
Oh,
do
by
so.
the way, on my way to the door, I assume that there is a fire or that there is what you call them, torches in the wall or something.
Yeah, there's scotch torches on the wall. The lighting's not terrible.
Okay.
It's not daylight, but it's not terrible.
And if I pass one of those torches, I hold the paper in it and hold it until it's almost completely ash, and then I let it go.
Okay.
And I keep shuffling onwards towards the door.
I will try and pretend that's not weird. I may fail this, because I may actually say that was weird.
It's up to you.
I try and act cool about it, but I'm visibly going, why did he just do that? I don't, okay.
Okay. And as you get close to the door, you hear 3 knocks, and the doors open on up, and the same guards are there, and you have your you're looking straight out at the doors. You're looking at the same room or area that you came down into, where the bench and the stairwell.
As I walk past the guards, I'll be like, good work, nice work, good effort.
And they'll kind of grunt if even that kind of picture. Like the British guards that are out there in front of the palace.
With the big headdress. I can't remember the name now. How annoying.
Well, not necessarily the big headdress, but the personality and reaction. Very non-reactive, just all about business.
Got it.
Right. I think it would be wise for me to go to the bar and ask there where the stables are.
The barkeep will come on up, and you'll notice that his breath is smelling very pleasant today, and he'll say that oh man, you go out the front door, take yourself a right, go down to the end of the road, take the it's the second alleyway. It's kind of tight, but take the, it might not be for you all that tight. You're kind of small, peckish. But you go on down that second alleyway, and when you come on out, it should be staring you pretty much straight in the face.
I remember that, and I just march out of there or shuffle out of there.
Okay. Now, you waiting for the rest of your group party? Is there anything else that you guys want to accomplish?
I actually will say, hey, before you go off, do you guys want to stop, get a drink, find out what our names are before we go catch a boat? Let's go catch a cart together. I mean, if you guys think you can just go along and not have to worry about what our skills and what our specialities are, we can do that. Or we can do it on the road, or we can sit in a warm bar and have a drink for just a bit. Just let the sun set a little bit, then head off. We're not in a rush to get to the cart. Are we?
I think we should start this mission as soon as possible. But if you must know my name, it is Taishi. And he nods.
Right, so you're the boring one. Got it.
I've heard this. I turn around and leaning on my stick, I reach out one hand till you grasp it, just holding it out. And the moment you do, I say, "Corin, Dowell."
Corin. Corin what?
Dowell.
Corin. Dowell. Got it. And I look at Alistair. You're Alistair, right?
I believe so. Last time I checked.
You're the sarcastic one. Great.
I say, "Who are you again?"
Calm. Calm Omaha. Ranger at your service.
How do I spell that?
COLM.
Okay, and I scribble it with my stick on the floor of the bar, even though you don't see the letters appear. Now I have memorized it.
I go, so.
Oh, you don't know that. I just draw your letters in on the floor, and that's it.
Cool. So I go, so, one drink, we'll just speak to each other, see if we like each other, or not, I don't care either way, and then we head off. Are you going to be okay with that, Taichi?
Does it really matter if we like one another or not? We're hired for a mission, we do the mission, we never have to see each other again.
Yes, it does, because now I would know which one of you I have to run faster if we're being chased by a bear.
If we're being chased by a bear, I'd just kill it.
Yes, I'm not overly afraid of bears.
You haven't seen all the bears. Trust me on this one.
Alistair just kind of laughs. You haven't seen me.
Well, why don't you have a drink with me and tell me all about it?
I don't respond at all. I just go sit at the bar and waiting for you to buy me a drink. This was your idea.
Right. I head down to the bar. I'll ask what everyone is drinking.
If you're buying, finest bottle of elven wine they have.
Right. Cheap beer for him. I look at you and go, what? You said you didn't have to like me. I don't have to buy you a straight drink. And whatever everyone else wants. Also, one for yourself, sir.
White wine.
White wine for him. Yo, Ty, you gonna get something to drink, or are you just gonna stand there and make me feel really guilty for making you delay?
I will purchase my own drink.
Wow, okay, he doesn't let me already. I like this. This is going well.
All right, your drinks will come on down, and like that, the bartender will turn to you calm and say, that'd be 1 gold piece and 5 silver.
No problem. Make it 1 gold piece and 10 silver and keep the change.
Okay. And he'll look at you a little strange. Okay. Why don't you just give me 2 gold?
Oh, it's 2 because I don't have the change.
Oh, okay. You're making my pockets too full.
You can deal with filling up your pockets for once.
And
a man with full of pockets is a happier man than a man with just a single gold piece.
He'll grab that and he'll go off busily attending to a couple others and filling the orders of to the barmaids that have come by.
So right, All right, boys. I'm calm. You know me. I'm decent. I'm a decent shot. I work. What's called? I live my life in the wild. That's where my expertise lies. What about the rest of you? If I take a guess, I would say, Alistair, yours is just being mean. Ty, yours is to be solemn and smart, so you're probably quite, you're quite dexterous, move around. And I have no idea what you're like, sir. I say to the older man.
I look at calm. It's better than being overly social.
Wow, you and I are not gonna get along. I can feel this already.
I know the guild teaches people to kill, but I've never seen one who's trained to kill with such speech. It's strange.
Sometimes death comes in the strangest of ways. Not every fight should be won by a sword. Sometimes you start your battles before the mission has begun. Like right now, I say, looking at Ty.
Ty would actually smile to that and just give a little chuckle.
But inwardly, I'm like, yes, I'm getting there. Gotta break them walls.
Okay.
So what say you, the rest of you? Alistair? Unless you're one of those people who's like, I prefer not for people to know my skills until I have to use them. Last person said that got shot in the head by a random arrow.
I have skills. I'm assuming the rest of you do.
Alright. That's probably the best we're gonna get out of you. Ty?
The guild has trained me to... well, you'll see my skills soon enough. I prefer to get up and personal with my foe before they are dead.
Hands-on, man. I like it. Shows integrity. Shows forward. Shows promise. And you, sir?
What? I do stuff with spells.
Oh, spellcaster. You guys are a little bit worrying, but we'll work with it. We'll work with it.
Worrying?
One plus side. Sorry, what were you saying?
As long as you stay in front of me, it's not worrying.
Wait, in front of you? You cast your spells behind?
I don't want you behind me. I want you in front of me.
I don't know if that's worrying or not.
Well,
It should worry you, but not because of me.
you can't defend the spellcaster if you're behind him, now can you?
Yes. But if you can't tell what the spellcaster is doing behind you, is that really what you want?
I don't know. Perhaps.
Okay.
You'll notice when you're set on fire, then something went wrong.
I am filled with confidence. Thank you very much for this conversation. Alright, let's have a drink. Feel a bit better about ourselves and head on our way.
Oh.
Okay, about the time that you get done with the introductions, the niceties, the drink, and like that, plus the meeting with the grandfather, it's went from about noon to about 1:30, and as you head out the Faded Rose, you notice that the city is a fairly big city, a decent sized city, and there's a lot of activity, business activity going up and down the road with different persons and such.
I ask you in passing if either one has ever driven a cart.
I have.
Since we're part of a caravan, I assume that a cart must be driven.
Yes, but I have a feeling that we might be given a designated driver when we get there. If not, I'll do something about it.
Good. Then he can drive. Once we get there, I'll hop in the back and go to sleep.
Oh, Alistair, Your words bring ambrosia to my heart.
All right. What's Ty doing?
Ty isn't saying very much. He's just really walking along.
Okay.
He occasionally checks his robes, just not really showing what he's doing, but he then just turns back to the road.
All right. As you have no problems getting down to the end of the street, you see by the directions that were given to our forgetful wizard or spellcaster or whatever, that you see the two different alleyways. How are you going to go ahead and react?
Me?
Yeah.
Are we in front of the first or the second one?
Well, you'll see both of them. There's only probably about 30 feet difference between both of them.
Oh, okay. I say, well, Dorman had talked about the alleyway. I think it was the second.
You are correct. I heard this myself.
And well, I think then it would be running right into it, he said.
He also mentioned it being narrow.
For him. Yes. Yes. Oh well, let's move on. And I shamble forward.
And you'll notice that both those alleyways are one's about 8 foot wide, the other's about 6 foot wide.
Huh. How far can I look down either alleyway?
Well, you can look probably about 60 feet on down, and then they seem to take one takes a jog to the left, and the other one takes kind of a jog to the right.
How high up is the wall?
I look at it.
Yeah, the walls of this whole street seem to be about a 3-story building set of businesses, and what you would also see is taverns and inns along the way. So you would guesstimate the roof's peak on these to be probably about 40-some feet.
Huh. How hard would it be for me to scale it?
It's an average European style mortar stucco with wooden beam construction, so it depending on you might be able to find some handholds if you wanted to, but you definitely have to be making some climbing checks.
That's fair. I'm not gonna do it right now because I haven't seen a reason to do it. But I was just checking just in case I did, or in case something kind of turned up and I had to climb.
Okay.
Taishi would walk to the what's the word? The 6-inch one, and he would point it and go, I believe this is the correct alley.
6 foot.
6 foot, yeah.
6 inches would be real narrow.
Yeah, I don't know, I just forgot the word.
All right. So you're going down to the 6 foot alleyway.
Yeah.
I'll follow.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, when you guys are all you going down the same one?
Yeah. I'm assuming I know how to get to the stables. I live in the city. So.
Yep. Okay. Are you going with them, Alistair, or are you going to go on your own?
Just gonna walk to the stables. If the 6-foot alleyway will take me there, I'll go that way.
Okay, that's the route that you would say is the fastest.
All right, then I'll go that way.
All right. When you guys get down about halfway there, roll me a d20. $17. All right.
14 on the number.
All right. If you get above 15, then let me know. And I know that so far.
Do we add anything to that roll? I don't think I'll make a 15 regardless, but
well, it's add your wisdom to it. It's a perception check.
In that case, I beat 15.
Okay.
I come to a 10.
All right.
Well, my passive perception is 21, but if I was actively perceiving it, it'd be about 12.
It'd be passive, but that's more or less. But
then it's 21.
All right. As long as it was above a 15, this isn't nothing life or death. It's just that anyone that has above a 15 or above, you're going to feel like somebody's watching you. You have that feeling on the back of your neck, like there's somebody out there that just watching you. The hair on the back of your neck standing on up.
All right. Can I try and sense or spot where they're coming from?
You don't really notice. You really don't really notice where it's coming from.
Can I use that? I wonder if I can use that. I have an ability that lets me sense creatures within, like, an area around me, but I'm not sure if it counts for humans or not.
I believe it's animals.
Yeah, animals, elementals, fae, fiends, undead, aberrations, celestials. Yeah, it doesn't count. Okay, carry on.
That wouldn't in this case. You make it to the stables, no problem.
Ouch.
And you see this small caravan. There's looks to be about 3 carts being packed up and standing and waiting.
I'll saddle on up and see if anyone's around in charge.
You'll notice that the stable master is walking around, giving some orders to a couple stable boys for mucking out stalls, and which horses to feed what, and what to water the oxen with, and such.
I'll come up and I'll say, "Stable master, may I speak to you?"
He'll turn and look at you and say, "Yeah, what do you need?"
I'll be like, "I believe there's a cart waiting for us that's already been hired," and in my hand, I'll flash the black rose.
And he'll say, "Yeah, it's that one right out there that has the little dwarf sitting up there, awful impatient."
Sounds fair.
He'll take the rose.
Right. Thank you very much. Pleasure doing business with you.
Okay. He goes back to directing his staff in the stables on what he wants done from him. You notice that all the drivers that are on that caravan are all dwarves.
All right. I have no problem with dwarves. At least I don't think so. And I will saddle up to them and go, "Ahoy, I believe we are the people who hired your cart for the day."
For the day?
Or at least I think.
This is a week-long trip.
It's a term of phrase. Work with me here.
You got the best teamsters there are here in Camisna. We can't make it any faster than a week.
Well, I'd love to see you try. In that case, we're going to spend a lot of time together.
That we may.
Name's Colm. Who's in charge around here? Which one of you calls yourself the boss?
You'll see a dwarf that's a little taller, a little heavier than the rest. A real big beard. I mean, it almost goes down to his knees. And he'll say, "I am Vlad Beardmaster."
Beardmaster.
Beardmaster, not beer.
I said Beardmaster. I thought I said Beardmaster. Not Beardmaster? You should
Not
change to
Beardmaster.
Beardmaster. That's a much more interesting name.
Get on, come on, get yourselves situated on that cart. We have money to make. We need to be going.
All right. You still got us for a week. I'm sure you can take your time, but let's do it. All right, boys.
Time is money.
Taishi would climb into the cart.
Yeah, climb into the cart.
I'm going
All
to
right.
find myself a good spot in the cart.
I need some help climbing up the cart.
Oh, do you want a hand?
Yes.
Come on. I'll get you up.
Good. And the moment you grab my hand, I pull hard enough that you lose your weight.
Piece of shit. I fall over dramatically
Oh, okay.
and pick myself up and dust myself off and be like, "All right, mate, come on. Not so hard. Go gentle next time. I bruise easily."
But you were supposed to help me up, so how come you fall down and I'm not up there?
Are you going to be sarcastic or do you want a fucking hand?
I want a fucking hand.
That's what I thought. Now come and get up here again. Let's try this again. I'll brace myself this time.
And I grab onto him and I pull as hard as before, but not as how do you call that? Instantaneous. I increase the strength and
I do my best and hold on as I can and just like grab with both hands and put my foot like as leverage. Be like, Jesus, old man, you heavy.
I'm not heavy.
Seriously, you can do it losing some pounds. Try working out.
I'm not heavy. I'll tell you. When you actually say that I'm heavy, I'm gonna give you numbers.
Oh.
84 kilo.
Yeah, that's heavy. That's like 3 bags of rice. Do you know how heavy 3 bags of rice is?
Oh my God! Get the old man in the cart.
Hey, Alistair, you don't get to tell me what to do if you're not going to help.
By the way, is it a hooded cart or is it open?
No, it's a canvas-covered cart. It's open, save for the canvas covering the goods underneath.
At this point, Taishi would also come to the edge of the cart and just kind of yank him up.
All right. Once everyone's in the carts, then they'll head on out the north gate of Camisna and head on out towards Illumina. It will. You'll get out to about some rolling hills. You'll be and they'll be traveling along the river. As far as that, and the day goes along just fine. As far as that, it's partially cloudy. It's the weather is temperate. No unforeseen situations at the moment.
Right. I change. I get out of my robe and get into some common folk clothing, and fold my head inside out, and look a little bit more like just a regular old person.
All right. Anybody else doing anything?
I'm going to make friends with the dwarves if I can. Just like chat with them, just so I have a reason to sit outside of the carts, like on the riding part. That's where I want to be for most of the time.
A couple of the dwarfs that are up in the front cart ahead of you, you'll overhear them say something. Is that guy part elf? He talks just like a babbling elf.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask, does he ever shut up?
And they'll be grumbling, and they're a very stoic bunch.
I actually poke you from behind and ask you, would it be possible for you to shut up for a while so normal people can hear themselves think?
I don't know. Would it be possible for you to be not a grumpy old man who clearly doesn't know his way and decides to go through whatsoever things to make people feel incredibly uncomfortable, including making them feel tiny and absolutely small from themselves to the point that they feel like they're completely inadequate to the team?
It would be absolutely possible for me to deafen and blind both of you, so shut up.
You talk a big talk, Alistair. Me and you, one of these days.
All right, so it gets about 6 o'clock in the evening, and the lead dwarf there, Beardmaster, tells them to pull on over. You're gonna make camp for the evening. As far as that, so they start setting up camp, getting a campfire to going. There's a big cast iron kettle that seems to be one of them seems to be placing over top of the fire.
Can I go hunting for just like a big deer for everyone to share? If I'm allowed, am I allowed to do that in this place?
Yeah.
All right.
You're out in the wild.
I'll do it. I'll pop out and get some food and come back.
All right. What's the rest of you doing?
Taishi would move away from the fire, and at that point he would draw a sickle and start sharpening it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm making my own little campsite. So.
All right. And old man.
I just stay at the campfire and well, if there needs to be done a little, like stirring the food or adding some more wood to the fire, I'll do that. But for the rest, I keep pretty much to myself, observing others.
Okay. Calm. Roll me a perception check.
No problem. Am I hunting a beast, would you say?
Yeah, it could be a beast.
All right, that's very important. I know that for later. All right.
Oh.
Let me see. What the hell's my skill?
Your survival skill, but right now for hunt.
No, I'm just looking for perception. I'm looking for perception.
Yeah.
Character sheet. That's all.
Okay.
I got a 17.
All right, you hear a noise down into the brush about 50 yards away. It seems somewhat low to the ground.
All right. I'll stealth up to it so I can get a good view, and I'll draw my bow and quietly hunt it down and take it out.
Okay. Bursting through the brush, you see this big face and with some tusk in it, and it's probably about 3.5 feet tall, headed towards your way. Just like it's mad because you came into its territory. It's snorting and snuffing.
All right, I'll try and take it up before it gets to me with my bow.
Okay. Roll to hit it.
No probs. All right, let's see if I got this right in one go. 12 plus...
If you got a 12, you hit.
Alright, let's just hope I do enough damage.
No.
Hope I do enough damage. Rolls a 1. Ah, fuck. I don't have to roll it yet. Let me roll it. Let me see. Oh, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 points of damage.
Okay, it runs and it has an arrow in it, and in its front shoulder comes up, and it's still coming towards you, and it just kind of drops inches from your feet.
Sweet. Is it a boar?
Yes.
Excellent. I'll grab it. I'll skin it. I'll gut it, and then I'll like prepare it, and then sling it over my shoulder and head back to town. Head back to the group.
Okay. No problem.
By the way, Charles.
Yes.
I have the skill Portent,
Okay.
which allows me to twice a day, at a maximum, use one of the D20 rolls I have made at the beginning of that day. That's why you see the 1 and the 15 in my name.
Okay.
So, but once I used a roll, that number goes away.
Okay.
So I can make it on the enemy, take that number, or me or one of my friends here.
Okay. No problem. Just let me know when you want to use it.
Yeah.
Yep. As far as that. You guys hear this breaking of branches coming back out of the woods in the brush off to the that would be to the east of you.
Okay.
Am I back yet?
Yeah, you're coming on back.
All right.
The dwarves are working around the campsite, and they hear the noise. They're looking up and around, just looking around towards the noise that's coming through the brush.
Taishi wouldn't pay too much heed to it. He'd assume it would be calm coming back.
Okay. And
yeah, Alistair's not paying too much attention to the breaking, because mostly he's sitting in his own little campsite making stew with provisions and some dried meat.
Okay. And bounding out of the brush, you see calm, and you see a medium-sized boar over his shoulder.
Cool.
And I'll be like, boys, I brought dinner. And I shall get in the middle, be like, let me prepare this one for you, lads. And I'll start getting to work on it.
Okay.
Yeah. Good thing you field dressed it already.
Why? Do you know how to do that?
No, you just did. Didn't you say so? That you?
I mean, no, sorry. So I thought I was in character. You field dress. I'm like, wow, this old man knows to field dress boars. Wow, I'm amazed. I'm just like, wow, I have no idea when old man who's a wizard picked up the skill to dress boars, and I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. That's why I said that.
No, but I hung around the kitchen where I'm from to know that a boar is not eaten with intestines inside.
Okay. One thing I'll ask you guys is try to be mindful not to step on the other guys. Go ahead, Josh.
I just kind of look over. It's like, no, but if you feel dressed it inside the camp, then the guts and blood would attract bears tonight.
Yes.
I'll stop and I'll look at Alistair and be like, Alistair, do you want some of this food?
I have my own, thank you.
All right, it's gonna be good. I'm gonna sit down, get my utensils out, start working it, make it nice and fresh, roast it on the fire, make something to stew, do the usual cooking thing.
Okay. And night comes. Are you guys going to set up any type of watch?
Taishi would offer to watch while the others sleep.
What, the whole night?
Well, he'll offer to take a shift anyway.
That's fair.
I will totally volunteer one of the dwarves to take my shift.
They're going to look at you like, we worked all day. We're driving.
I'll look at Alistair and be like, Alistair will take the midnight shift.
I don't mind taking the morning shift if you trust me.
No, there should be more than enough of us. I'll take the first shift. Taichi will take the middle shift, and Alistair will take the last shift. Also the middle shift, then Tai will take the last shift. He'll be fine. He's used to it. He doesn't mind. Do you, Alistair?
Finally, respect for the elder. and I wink at Alistair.
I completely mind, but if I have to.
Excellent. I'm glad we agree.
All right. Whoever has the middle shift, who is that?
Alistair.
Alistair. Okay, and you have a passive perception of what is it again? 15. Okay. Yeah, you hear some noises coming towards the camp. Heavy footsteps. As far as that, just like they don't seem to care. They're not trying to be stealthy.
Walk towards the center of everyone else's camp.
Okay.
Take the metal tipped part of my staff and start banging on the pot that's still sitting there in the middle, hanging over the campfire.
What? What?
I bang my head on the underside of the car. I'm sleeping underneath.
I'll
Okay.
get up quickly.
And you hear a curse and a growl and.
Taishi would get up and then pull his leg out and pull him out from under the cart and then just say that we have company.
Okay, and you don't hear after Alistair goes ahead and rings on the cast iron pot, the crashing seemed to stop.
The moment you pull me out and tell me that we have visitors, I crawl back under the car and get my staff, my cane, and my spellbook.
At which point Taishi would again pull you out from under the cart.
Once I hear the crashing stop, you're all going to see, as I'm activating my mage armor, this black inky mist come up out of the ground and start to surround my body. And my eyes start to glow red until I'm completely surrounded in like a black, almost ethereal smoke with glowing red eyes. And I'm going to yell into the forest, "Come out, I know you're there, or I will burn down this entire forest."
And you hear a strange sound, which sounds somewhat akin to kind of a screech and a growl, sort of, as far as that. Calm, give me a nature check.
Nature check, piece of cake.
Yes.
Okay, maybe not such a piece of cake. 12.
All right. You just can't. Right now, the fog of sleep is still must be in your brain. You just can't pull out what you would kind of think that it would be. And you hear the crashing coming towards the camp some more.
By the way, did I see you do that with the mage armor?
Yeah.
Okay. I look at you and just grin, and I call my own mage armor, which is really like water rippling over me, looking like. And when I move, you see the waves just rippling going through it, kind of like bluish green.
Taishi would look at both the mages using their mage armor, just kind of shrug, and then pull out his sickle. Just like, weapons will do.
I have my bow ready. I don't know what's about to happen, but I'm getting ready.
Okay. You'll notice that the dwarves have grabbed a mixture of double-bladed axes and some war hammers, and seem to steady themselves. And let's roll for initiative. Okay. And put it over into the chat so I can keep track of it. All right. So let's see here. We have Lloyd at 14. We got Josh at 14. We got Kevin at 23.
Oh, wait, I'll roll.
We know you're trying to hide, but...
Am not. And that's 7.
A 7? Okay. And they got... Okay. There, Ty, you got the top of the order. Out through the woods, you see this big... what is it? It's probably about 8 foot tall and twice as wide as the Goliath that you saw back in town. It has kind of a mixture of fur and feathers and an owl-looking type face, and it seems to be sniffing the leftover meal from this evening's the fat drippings into the fire and such.
All right.
So, Ty, it's your up. What are you doing?
Taishi is going to approach it with a sickle and perform an attack with it.
Okay.
Okay, that is 11 to hit.
You miss.
Okay.
It kind of rolls out of the way from the sickle.
Okay, I'm also going to make a melee attack with my fist. This time it is a 16 to hit.
You rebel.
The 16 will hit.
Okay, so I will roll for damage. That is 7 damage, and it also has to make a saving throw or be stunned. Sorry, I'll just get the DC for that.
Alright. Is it higher than 20?
It is not. That's
Okay.
a pass.
Alright. It just kind of, the fat on this thing, you see its belly just kind of ripple on up through, and it's growls loudly.
Okay, that's the end of my turn.
Alright, and now we have, let's see here, we have Lloyd and we have Alistair. You guys are tied on your initiative rolls, so...
Alistair can go first, I don't mind.
Okay, I'll leave it up to y'all.
Okay, as Alistair sees this, he's first going to cast Armor of Agathis, which you see his mage armor kind of condense and become almost a solid black smoke as the ground around his feet just begins to slowly freeze.
Okay.
Then as a bonus action, he's going to cast Shillelagh on his staff, and you see the top of the staff begins to glow brighter as the entire staff is covered in a red smoke. That is my turn.
Okay. And Cole,
I'm gonna throw out 2 arrows and shoot it in the face.
Okay, roll the hit.
Has it already been? It's not been damaged yet, has it?
Yes, it has.
Oh, cool. Right, I'm gonna take my time and pop my sharpshooter feat. So I take a penalty to this roll.
How do you take a penalty? Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does a 15 hit?
Is that after you took the
Penalty.
penalty? Yeah, that'll hit.
Cool, then I get 2 hits with it.
All right. Roll the damage.
So 1d8 plus 1d8 for Colossus Slayer, and then 1d8 plus another d8 for Colossus Slayer. Plus 4 plus 4 is... Oh, so let's calculate after the roll. So, okay, do you want me to do damage it separately?
Just give it to me on the total.
Oh, okay. So that'd be 3, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 21, 31, 41, 45, 49 points of damage.
Okay.
As I take my time, look at it, aim, and then loose both arrows into it.
All right, ready? All right, it had two arrows sticking up in its chest. It's standing there. It's growling. Blood coming on out of it. And let's see here. Ty is the closest to it. All right, Ty, does 10s hit you?
10?
Yeah.
Nope, that's a miss.
Okay, both his attacks, swipes, miss. And now it's over to the old man Ty.
I am leaning against the car, having a little twig in my hands. I say, "Flash!" And a bolt comes out, streaking directly at the creature.
Okay.
Actually, it's a witch bolt.
Okay, roll.
15 hit.
Yes, it does.
Okay, and then a d12. Wait, is that... Yeah, a d12. Oh, that's the 1. He gets singed, but since it's a concentration spell, I can do this every turn for the next minute.
Yeah. All right, so he takes 1 point, you say?
Yeah, of lightning damage.
All right. You hear him growl and shudder and shake a little bit, but that's about it. Ty, you're up.
Okay, Ty is going to attack with pretty fast. He's going to hit 4 times in his 6-second window. So, first time he's going to hit for 24.
That will hit.
Second hit is 18.
With that a hit. Do the damage on those two.
Yep, okay. So, first hit is 10 damage.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, it's 11 damage. That was a mistake.
Okay.
Second hit is 6 damage.
Okay. Now,
Third hit.
No. Don't need to go that far.
Oh, okay.
Describe how you take out this huge beast.
Well, he was attacking with a combination of his fists and a sickle, so I'd imagine he might have punched it, and as it might have fallen, and then he would have slashed his throat with his sickle.
Okay. And there you have the evening's event. What are y'all doing?
After
I walk up to it gently. I look down, and I turn over to Alistair, and I go, "Excellent work."
You'll hear the dwarves there off the side. They'll say, almost good enough to be called a dwarf, the way you guys battled there.
Well, if it's all the same to you, I prefer half-elf, but I'll stick with what I got.
But about time that you guys earn your weight with us hauling you around.
It's nothing quite like a good pack of dwarves to bring humor to an almost life and death situation. You guys are the best.
Life or death. This happens every once in a while. It's standard fare for a good teamster to have to run across this.
That's fair.
That's why you are hiding behind the cart.
Old man, wasn't it you that I saw your friend drag you out a couple times?
Yeah, but he doesn't know what's good for me.
All right.
Taishi would.
I blow on the twig that I had in my hand, and you see it pulverize into ash. And I let the mage armor kind of slink away from me, like water dropping off. And when you look around me, nothing has happened to the ground. It's not wet or something, but it just looked like water just spilling over me and dripping off.
Okay. Daylight comes. Everybody suits up the caravan. Is there anything that you folks want to do or need to do?
Yes, I need to roll for my portent.
Okay, go ahead.
I would like a word of Alistair before he goes off his break.
19.
Okay. That's between you and Alistair.
Before the caravan leaves, Taishi would wipe any blood off his weapons and fists, and then meditate for an hour or so.
Okay. We'll say you had last shift, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You can accomplish that during your last shift.
What do you want? What would you want to say to Alistair?
All right, I'll get a moment where we're alone. I don't know, grab a. Is there an equivalent of cigarette or pipe in this world? I'll grab one of those.
There's always pipe and tobacco or weed or whatever you want to call it.
I'll get some good forest weed, some good fine forest weed, and I'll bring it up to Alistair and be like, "Hey, you want some?"
He reaches into his pocket and pulls out a hand-rolled cigarette. I've already got some.
I'm like, all right, suit yourself. Find this weed. I found it myself. I'll take a seat. I'll lean onto something like a tree, a stump or something next to him, and be like, "Alistair, I get it. You don't like people. I understand. You want to work on your own. You want things to be smooth. You like to do your own thing and not really get in other people's way. The camping away from people, that one's kind of rude."
So is talking to people and trying to change their habits.
I'm not trying to change your habits, but we're supposed to be working together on this. Now, I know you think, well, it doesn't matter. I do my job right. It's so good. But sometimes, just sometimes, it helped to think that you did kind of want to work with us and not just work in spite of us. All I'm saying is just camp a little closer. You can still be as grumpy as you always have been.
How about you follow your own wishes and do your own thing and allow me to do the same?
Well, it was worth a shot, wasn't it?
No.
See you around, old man. I head back.
What?
Okay.
I look up when you say old man, and I look around and say, what? Were you talking to me?
Don't worry about it. It's cool.
I look at you and say, no, he was talking to me, the 28-year-old half-elf.
Yeah, I am almost double his age.
Yeah, I got that, both of you. Come on.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. The rest of the trip it is real dry. Just normal day in, normal day out, and on the seventh day, you see the southern gates of Illumina as you're coming up to the old Tradesman's Road. And anything that you guys want to do prior to prior to entering the city.
Ooh.
Can I ask the dwarves about the city, what they know about it?
They'll give you some general knowledge of it, and you would have gotten some directions on where to meet Jarak. He'll be waiting for you. Let me get my eyes on. Where did I put my eyes? I think that October. Pardon me. And let's see here. That should be what you'll see. Let's see here. We'll give you this. Oh, yeah. Here. Share right there, and what you'll see is right here is the gate that you're approaching. Right over here, the bridge, the river.
We don't see me. Oh wait, that's me. Sorry.
And let's see here, and you'll have word that let's see here, to meet Jarak at the Sea Dragon Tavern.
Sea Dragon Tavern.
Yeah. That's and the dwarves will tell you about it a little bit, about the Sea Dragon Tavern. Let me find it here. It should be down.
There somewhere.
Well, yeah. It's over. Yeah, right. Over there. Right over here, and they'll tell you that they're going that direction to drop off at the warehouse, the goods. Anyways, close by. So you can ride with them till you get there. But is there anything particular you want to do before entering the city? And this is a huge city. It has an old look and feel about it, but there's a lot. You see a lot of work on this city, like it's been here for a century or so, and that it's fell in maybe been overrun or fell in disrepair, and then brought back, and it's in the cycle of being, revitalized again. But let's see here. No, I want to make it smaller so we can get that there. Yep, there. Oh, I need to make it a little bit smaller.
I have a question for my fellow henchman.
Aye.
Are we going to have property where we can set up this shop, or do we have to go to the council to see if we can rent something, or what?
I have no idea.
Out of character, the GM will remind you that the grandfather talked about that.
I didn't take notes, so I didn't remember.
He told you that the city council had a storefront for you guys to operate out of.
Okay. Then, do we have an address to that, or do the dwarves know that?
No, the dwarfs don't know nothing about that. They've been kept on the blind. They don't even know that you're really working for the Black Roses. All they know is, as far as the Teamsters there, that they were hired for that job by the stable master. You were given Jarak's name as your point of contact, and that to meet him at the Sea Dragon Tavern.
Okay. I suggest then that our first action is to go to the Sea Dragon Tavern. Or at least one of us.
Alright, sounds fair. Let's do it.
And like I said, the dwarves said that they were going to have to drop off their load over there at the warehouse that's over in that direction. As far as that,
right,
which is their warehouse is right here is where they're going.
Okay.
And I'll bring that up a little bit so better to see it. Over here, number 35.
35. Wait, what? Where? Oh, yeah.
Right up there.
Yeah.
Where the hand is, moving back and forth. That's the warehouse that they're commissioned to deliver the
goods.
The goods that are in the first wagon and the last wagon. The goods that are in the wagon that you've been riding on are the goods that you guys will be taking to your location. As far as that, and the Sea Dragon Tavern is right here, number 34.
Oh, next door.
Yes.
That's good.
So, what are you guys doing?
Well, as we enter the city, Alistair completely ignoring everyone and their little plan, jumps out of the cart and begins to walk the streets towards the Sea Dragon Tavern, because the best way to get to know a city is by walking the streets.
Okay, and go ahead, Colm.
I'll be like, does he know where he's going? I'm sure he's been here before, right?
Not to my knowledge, he hasn't, but the dwarves did give you directions.
Yeah, he'll be fine. He'll be fine. Let's just carry on the plan. We'll just catch up with him later. He probably works better alone or some crap like that.
And you'll notice this. The city itself is vibrant. It's not as heavily populated as Camisna was. Area-wise, it appears to be about equal. As far as that, from what you can get at the first sense, multitude of smells and sights are inundating inundating you. A lot of noise, especially coming from the wilds there where it wasn't quite so noisy, where you have a lot of hammering, pounding, chiseling, cartwheels rolling upon the cobblestones, people yelling, talking, stock animals carrying on. But Alistair, roll me a perception check. Because about the time you come up to the corner of Midnight Avenue and Street of Maelstroms, you'll have an urge that you with that same feeling on the back of your neck.
Okay, that's going to be a 1 less than my passive perception, which is 14.
Okay. You in here, since and I'm giving you all on this particular check some pluses. You see a shadow. It seems darted. You can't make out if that's what it was that caused you to feel that way, but there was a shadow up on the one roof right on over here on the corner, and you just couldn't make out exactly what it was.
Do I see a quick way to get to the roof?
Not really, not unless you fly or you got a grappling hook, something along those lines. It's just this same standard type of build of stucco and wood type building.
Unfortunately, I do not have levitate right now, so. Yeah, I don't have anything that would get me up there quick enough.
Okay. And
So I'm going to look for a place to get a way to get up there.
Okay. About the only way that you would see, there's no ladders there or nothing. It's just you'd have to actually try to climb the side of the building or throw a grappling hook up with rope and climb it that way.
What about awnings or overhangs or anything like that?
On that particular, let me double check that one. I may be lying to you, and I don't want to, not intentionally. Because that's building 254. Oh, no. You see bars on the windows, and you'll notice when you're looking around that there seems to be like a badge on the shingle over the one door. As far as that, and to your knowledge, with the design on the shingle, which would be very simple and plain, that you know it's some sort of sheriff building.
Good. I'm going to walk into the sheriff's building, and immediately my entire demeanor changes. I'm kind of leaning on my staff a little bit, like I've got a bum leg.
Okay.
And I'm walking slowly, and I'm looking very, very panicked.
Okay.
And I'm walking into the sheriff's station. Sheriff, constable, I saw somebody on the roof.
Roll your deception check.
17.
That's all right. His
25.
His insight, it didn't make that much difference. He's intently listening to you. He says, "Oh yeah, there shouldn't be anybody up there. Which way did he go?"
I saw a shadow. He went down the street.
Okay.
Which way is that? Towards the west or east?
Actually, that'd be towards the north. You're right up here is let's do this right here. Right here is the legend. North south. You guys came in the south gate, and going up Midnight Avenue was going west.
He moved in a northerly direction, or whatever it was.
And the sheriff will quickly run out to the street and look on up and around, and he doesn't notice anything. He says, "They must be gone now. Don't worry, citizen. You'll be safe. How'd you hurt your leg?"
It was I was in a troupe years ago, and I fell off the stage.
Oh, come on in and sit on down. We have a chair here. We can get you some of the finest water that's in the area.
It's fine, my good man. I just figured you should know about that. I actually have somebody to meet.
Okay, and he'll bid you good day and thank you and say you're a good citizen.
I would be on the lookout for that shadow. If you see it, if anybody makes any other, if anybody else sees it, it seemed dangerous.
Yep. Okay. And the caravan, we'll switch you over to the caravan. The caravan made a turn over onto Midnight Avenue there, but it went further down to where it meets up with Whaling Street. And as you're going past the street of Maelstroms, you'll notice that there seems to be some people that are looking up towards the roofs. As far as that, you're having a hard time getting the carts through the streets, not because of the width, but just because there's a lot of pedestrian traffic through there, so you're moving rather slowly. And when you get to the corner of Midnight Avenue and Whaling Street, you got the rest of you will have that same feeling on the back of your neck. That go ahead and roll me a d20, but. Or what's your we'll go by your passive. It's just easier that way.
My passive perception is 21.
Yeah, so you'll have it. How about you, Colm?
16.
You'll have it. Their old man time. Come on, Win.
Corwin.
Corwin.
My passive is I think 13.
Oh, okay. You'll have it too. You have that same feeling on the back of your neck where you feel like somebody's watching you as far as that.
And because it's the same that there was before, right? That the others were talking about. So I'll class clairvoyance.
Okay.
And I send it up. Straight up and take a 360 look around.
Okay. You see the city, you see the rooftops, you see some people up on top of the roofs, just the active, bustling city. You don't seem to see anything that's really standing out.
Do I see anyone on the roofs or on the street looking at the cart?
You see a lot of people looking at the cart.
And on the roofs as well?
Yes. You see some of the people that are nailing on shingles, working there, looking down at the carts as they're going on by. You see other people that seem to be walking around the roofs, you can't really make out what they're particularly doing.
Okay.
When Taishi felt that he was being watched, he would have slid out the back of the cart and just tried to blend into the crowd.
All right, no problem.
I guess I'll notice that, and I use him as an anchor point for my clairvoyance.
Okay.
Which will up to 10 minutes and up to a mile.
Okay.
At this point, Taishi will begin. He'll kind of follow the cart, but he's going to be looking around the side streets. He feels there's something really off here, so he's trying to find the source.
All right. You'll look around and roll me a perception check.
Yep. That is 19.
Okay. Oh. All right. You'll just notice a shadow that moves in and around the people. Oh, why is the camera stuck on? Dan just said that the camera was stuck on you for an hour.
On me?
Yeah.
I really wanted to see you. I was like, let's hang out.
Not on you, Ty, but on Lloyd.
Oh, well, clearly it should be, because, like, who else is going to look at?
Oh, man.
It's because when you click someone's face and you leave it on there, it does it for the YouTube camera as well. That's probably why.
That's probably.
But you know what, Rob? Whoever's watching this, I'm so glad you got to see my beautiful face for most of it. I respect that. And I feel so sorry for you.
All right.
All right. Taishi is going to try and approach the shadow.
All right. How fast do you move?
40 feet.
40 feet. You seem to get close, but you can never get up to it. With the bends and turns, it starts outdistancing you. You notice.
All right. Noticing this, Taishi would return to the.
Okay. And the caravan turns up northerly on Whaling Street and heads towards this market's plots, like with a big statue in the middle of this warrior woman defending, basically Illumina. And you'll make it, it'll make a westerly turn there onto Murky Street, and then over on River Rat Road, and you'll end up where the dwarves will point out. Right there is the Sea Dragon Tavern.
Oh. Thank you very much, gentlemen.
And drop this there. And
when the group is alone, Taishi would begin to mention that he saw something. He suspects that we are definitely being followed by something, but it is capable of moving a lot faster than a normal person.
That worries me.
I tell you that I noticed.
I felt it and I saw it, but I don't know what it was. It moved so fast. I mean,
do I have a better sense of direction where the shadow went to, or what happened to it after Taishi returned? Since my eye was still up there.
Let me see here. Well, yeah, you'll notice the directions, but it's kind of like it was running around in circles, and it was hard to pick out from the rest of the crowd because it was ducking underneath people and awnings and in and out of buildings and alleys.
Okay. Well, then we've established that. I am gonna cancel my spell.
Okay.
Out and I blink a couple of times and slump a little because it took a little bit of energy out of me.
Alrighty. And what are the rest of y'all doing? You've come to the Sea Dragon Tavern?
Mm-hmm. I'm sure Alice will be waiting for us in there somewhere.
I get off.
Okay. And you notice this is a sailor. I'm trying to remember the word of the occupation that does the wharf. Wharf workers, we'll say, milling around this area, and
stuff like that.
Going on into the and they're going in and out of the tavern.
Yeah.
We should meet up with the contact soon. I don't know what that thing that followed us is, but it might come back. I say we get our business done with before it discovers why we're here.
Deal. Let's ride.
Okay. As you go, you guys going in the tavern?
Yeah.
Okay. And we'll go back, shift back to Alistair.
Alistair's just going to start to walk away from the constable down the road.
Okay.
As soon as the constable's out of sight, he immediately goes back to his normal attitude.
Okay.
And he's just going to start making his way towards the Sea Dragon Tavern.
Okay. And you'll make it there actually. Depending on how long you're going to spend with the constable.
Not long.
Not long. All right. You'll actually be there just about 5 minutes or so before the rest of the troop because they were slowed down with the congestion where you're able to walk around it.
Right.
So
I'll go ahead and be in the Sea Dragon Tavern when they walk in.
okay. You'll notice when you go on into the Sea Dragon Tavern, you'll notice that there's 6 tables there. There's a rough bar. There's a pirate-looking bartender that basically a retired one, you might say, has a peg leg, an eye patch over his eye, and a dirty claw, almost kind of rusty on the one hand, and a big scar down the right side of his face. And he'll ask you, what do you want to drink there?
Give me a glass of your finest wine, and preferably in a clean glass.
We'll give you the cleanest glasses we got there. It's only real men drink out of our glasses, and they don't worry about a little bit of a speck here or there. And he'll give you a glass of wine, and it's going to be about the same grade as Mad Dog 2020 or Thunderbird.
Yeah, I take a sniff of it, set it down, pay the man anyway, and walk away.
All right, all he'll want is 5 copper for it.
That's outrageous, but I'll pay him his 5 copper and walk away.
And off in the corner, you'll see a half-elf, but sitting there that seems to be dressed better than the rest and kind of stands out a little bit. He has a blue, kind of a bluish-purple cloak on, and a white tunic and some soft buckskin boots that are all, they're very well. It's fine clothes, which kind of stands on out, and He's sitting over in that one corner.
Okay. Have we entered yet?
About the time that he's getting, that Alistair's getting his beautiful wine and and paying for it, you'll be coming through the door.
Right.
Is there anyone in earshot of Alistair once we walk in the door?
There's a lot of people in earshot of Alistair. You have 10 people that are in the bar that are milling about. Some are sitting at tables. It's a somewhat close situation, not too close, but just the waitresses, 2 waitresses walking around, plus the patrons in and out.
I beeline it to the bar.
Whew!
As fast as I can shamble, and I ask the barman if he serves any food.
No, we only serve drink here.
Darkest beer you have.
All right. He reaches down below the bar, pulls out this glass. He pours some ale into it. Coming out of the tap, it looks like it may be like a crystal Weizen, but when it hits the glass, it looks like more of a stout lager.
Okay. I'll have it.
And that he'll say that's 5 copper.
I said, make me another one, and I give him a silver.
Okay, he'll grab another glass from underneath the bar, and he'll do the same in the same situation.
I'll take both glasses and find me a place to sit.
Okay, and you see the same scenario that I described for Alistair.
While this is happening, Taishi would pull up a stool beside Alistair and then try to get the bartender's attention.
I'll just shove my spare glass over to you. Don't bother.
Well, when the bartender's not looking, Taishi would slide a piece of paper across the table to where Alistair's sitting, and then get up and walk away.
Okay, you can go ahead and do that. The waitress will come on by you. As far as that, let me stop the screen save or sharing there.
All right.
You can slide the piece of paper over to them. That's no issue.
Yeah. It's all it says is we've been followed. It's just and then he'd just get up and walk off.
And okay, as you were sitting there, though, before you walk off, the individual sitting across the table from where Alistair was will say, "Black roses are in season now, aren't they?"
Yes, indeed.
Probably taken care of.
Pardon, Corin?
What?
Wim? Well, say I didn't hear that clear.
Oh, sorry. I said when properly taken care of.
Okay. And Cole?
Yes, I'm walking. I went to the bar to get a drink. I probably went with Win.
Okay.
And if the competition's happening, I'm gonna go join them quietly, because I want to hear what this guy has to say.
Okay. And you hear the same thing.
Awesome. I will pull up a chair.
Okay. What do what's your guys' response? Other than Wim already made one.
Taishi would reply, if one knows where to look.
Okay.
I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to quietly nod.
Okay. Alistair?
Aye, sir. And what is your name?
My name is Jarak, and I come down here from time to time because I like to see the flora and the fauna as it comes on in fresh off the boats and from the caravans going to the warehouse.
Well, you've come to the right place.
I know, it's my city. And what brings you to this fine city of Illumina and to the gorgeous Sea Dragon?
We're here to meet you.
Oh, go ahead.
I look at him. We're here to meet you. Although you could have picked a better establishment.
I look at Jarek and I said, "Well, my son, we're opening a flower shop."
I know, and we have a beautiful location. Your grandfather discussed matters with us. He's a great man, and you have a rather good family, a caring family. And he already set up the accommodations as far as with me to on the location. And I'll take you on down to the location, and you guys can get settled on in, and then we'll meet a little later at the shop, and we'll talk about the papers and everything and the permits that you'll need to operate within the city, and make you abreast of some of the local guidelines and such.
Right. Empty my glass in one swig. And,
Okay.
What does the beer taste like, actually?
The beer itself tastes just like you were drinking water from a mud puddle.
You see me squint a little, and then kind of looking left and right if there's a place where I can spit it without annoying other customers, and then swallow it, and just shove the beer off to whoever is on my left, or that's about it.
Well, I'd say probably from the way that you guys came up to the table, Ty would probably be to your left because Alistair came up first, sat, and then Ty sat next to Alistair, and then you came on up, and then Colm came up with you. So I'd say you probably fanned around the table.
Yeah.
Ty would ignore the drink. He just wouldn't even address it at all.
After seeing the old man's reaction, I'm not going to touch my drink. I'm going to leave it. Be like, nah.
That's it.
Oh, well.
Alrighty.
I kind of tend to get up, and I put my hand on Jarek's shoulder and say, "Well, my son, won't you show me my flower shop?"
And he'll go ahead and take you on down. Unless you guys want to enjoy some more fine spirits from the Sea Dragon.
No, we're good. We're good.
No, we're ready to leave.
We're good. We're literally good. It's fine. We're going. And on that note, guys, I have to disappear.
Yeah. Give me about if you got it, Lloyd. Give me about 5 minutes, and I'll wrap this up for this portion.
You don't have to stop because of me. You can continue.
No, that's fine. It's a good point to stop at.
Oh, okay.
But I want to bring up the map, and we're going to take you on down to the shop, and it's right over here. You'll come down River Rat Road and Beggars Road from here, and let's see here, here's where you start. Come on down here. He'll bring you on down this route all the way down, and then you'll take that northwest turn up Twilight Road, and then he'll have you turn down over here back on the Bywater, and right here where
151.
building 151 is where he'll say, this is your shop that your grandfather went ahead and said would work for you guys, for your business to start selling the flora and the fauna that you have to sell.
Sounds like a great place to start.
We will do him proud.
Alrighty. And let's see here. With that, I stop sharing. I'll drop that on down. And hopefully it wasn't too boring for you.
I'm so bored now. I'm gonna go home. I'm done. I'm never playing a game with you again. I quit forever.
Okay.
In fact, I'm deleting Facebook right now. It's gone forever. It's gone. No, I had a great time. I really enjoyed it.
And,
It was really good.
And I'll set up another one to go from there for you guys that want to continue on.
Excellent.
With it. So I'll stop the broadcast now. Let's see
Goodbye,
here.
people watching.